girl. The ladies love the way I have. Just fooling around, guys. What? Was I too loud? Look, I'm a magical rap battle assassin, everlasting. Ain't no need for a caption. Me and my team, we so heroic, there's no opponent that can take us down.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Superfan Addicts Podcast. I'm your host, Ray Showdog Prisby, and man, do we got a show for y'all tonight. So let's go ahead and get it started by introducing the starting lineup. If you hear some howling echoing through Newton Falls, that's not a coyote, that's Matt Neil Heisel revving up for another Browns game. Yes, Newton Falls' favorite son. This man bleeds orange and brown dreams of the Super Bowl parades and somehow convinced 3 6-foot bobbleheads to follow him home like lost puppies. If living and loving the Browns was a felony, that would be serving a life sentence in a kennel club. Hide your collectibles and brace yourself for the legend of Matt the bobblehead bandit, Neil Heisel. Now hold up. If you've ever seen a Cleveland Browns fan walking around looking like they just won the Super Bowl, rocking a chain so icy it would make Lake Erie jealous, yeah, that's probably my man Manny and one of his masterpiece dog bones. He's the creator of Dog Bone Enterprise, the coldest, boldest, most handcrafted dog chains in the dog pound. This dude, Browns fandom runs so deep, he probably bleeds orange and barks in his sleep. Give it up for the king of custom bling, the sultan of swag, and the only guy I know who makes jewelry that growls. Maddie! Ladies and gentlemen, grab your paintbrushes and your dog pound chains because we're talking about we're talking about the one and only Ray Simon, world-renowned artist, Brown superfan, and the only man who paints has more championships than Steelers claim to have. For over 3 decades, Ray's been painting America's soul. His works hangs in presidential libraries, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and more museums than a field trip bus. But don't let the fine art fool you. This man bleeds orange and brown so hard, he once painted a portrait of Nick Chubb and that portrait ran for 100 yards. Give it up for the legend with the brush, Ray Simon!
Yeah, baby.
What's up? What's up, people? So, real quick. So, I'm going to go around the room real quick and let everybody introduce themselves. And if you got anything going on, let the people know. And we'll go from there. So, Matt, go ahead. You start us off. Take us away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to be joining you guys on here. And I really don't have anything going on, but I'm excited for the football season to start off on Saturday with the Ohio State picking that shit out of Texas.
Okay. Manny, my man, what you got going on other than them dog bones?
You know what it is, Ray, man. It's that time of year. You know, getting ready to start to kick off the season, you know, getting all the flights ready, you know, itineraries ready for the away games, all the home games. Just kicked off another 20 necklaces for the kids this week coming up here at Willie Lawson's event. You know, ready for a good season, brother.
Okay. Ray from the North Side. What's going on, buddy?
North Side. Just, hey, I'm painting, bro. Painting, and just saying tomorrow or Saturday, the Bucks. I think the Bucks are really gonna surprise a lot of people. I think Manning is overrated, and I think the preseasons of the Browns. I think Sanders looks good, real good. he had some bad breaks, but I think the Browns, I don't want to curse every year I say about the Browns, so I'm not going to say it, but I think the Browns are getting closer. It's like you could smell it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they look really good preseason. I know it's just preseason, but they got look like they got a lot of talent. And as far as what I'm doing now, I'm doing a painting for next year for the 250th anniversary of the celebration of America.
Okay, so hey, real quick, Cody, can you pull up those pictures that I sent you of some of his finer? Right. Okay, so wait, stop right there. So everybody has seen. Go back one. Everybody has seen that picture, the final play. That's one of the most iconic pictures. Any Browns collector would have that picture. Now, the story that I have to tell about that picture. Now, I'll be quick. I had heard, and this is before I confirmed it with the artist himself, Ray Simon. I had heard a rumor that player was supposed to be the one, the only, the assassin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at the Taste of Cleveland. It was 90. It was before. It was after they left. So whatever it was. And I walk up to him and I see him at the stadium and I say, "Hey, somebody told me." And before I even got it out, he said, "Yeah, that's me." And he snatched it and he signed his name on it. And unfortunately, I don't even think it was 6 months later he passed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that any Browns collector, if you don't have that in your collection, you gotta have the final play. But go ahead, Cody. Go ahead and show the rest of them because you'll be surprised some of the other ones that Ray has painted as well. That's a bomb one. That's another bomb one.
That's the first play.
That's the first play. Final play, first play.
Yeah, and the final play, the originals in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, that was done for Don Cockcroft.
Okay.
And then the one you got behind you, Ray, and then the big dog painting. But there's a whole bunch more I've painted for different charity events. But real quick, on the final play, the quote at the bottom captured the spirit and the heart of the Cleveland fan base and the Cleveland Browns and the city of Cleveland, because it was written in 1912 by a British poet as the soldiers, 1914, as the soldiers marched down the streets in London after World War I. A British poet, Paul Alfred Rubin, says, "We shall want you and miss you, but with all our might and main, we shall cheer you, thank you, kiss you when you come home again." And that's how we felt when the Browns left.
Okay. So, hey, let's jump right into it. The quarterback. It seems like the quarterback controversy has finally the dust is settled, and now there's only 3. Flacco is the starter. Dylan is the next man up, and Shador follows him, coming in at 3rd. My question to you guys: Were any of you guys surprised by the final outcome of what really happened? Patty, go ahead. What you think?
With the selection of Flacco?
No, the 3 quarterbacks that we ended up with. Were you surprised that those were the 3 and we didn't make some other moves?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, with Flacco, he's taken over the helm, back over the helm, I should say. You have to go with the the hot hand, and also the seasoned hand. I think that Flacco being back in the number 1 starter role is the way to go.
Well, I guess the bigger question: were you surprised that we traded Pickett and cut Huntley?
Not at all.
Okay.
My hunch going into the time we had to cut the roster on the 53 was that we needed to get rid of probably one of those quarterbacks, and Pickett seemed the most logical one. I was actually hoping we get a certain player from the Raiders who earlier that day said, "Hey, I don't want to be here," but that didn't happen. So
Right. Okay. Manny, were you surprised by this?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. I think we would have been more surprised if he would have played and he had not been injured, and then we would
Okay.
have got to see something out of him. I think it would have changed, but not getting to see him, and then again, we're not in practice, so we don't get to see that practice, daily and seeing, what the quarterbacks are doing. But I think they really put themselves in a bind when they, it was nice that they got him in the 5th round, Shador, but it's just they have 2 young kids that they're going to hold on to, and we all know that Flacco is not going to be there for the duration. It's nice to have a veteran there to teach younger men, but I don't see him lasting very long. It's going to be a lot of pressure. So one of the young men is going to step in really soon, sooner than we all think, I believe.
Okay. Ray, what's your thoughts? Are you happy with the 3 quarterbacks that we got, or did you want to go somewhere else?
No. I first of all, I couldn't understand why they let Flacco go the first time. That to me, I mean, I'm up in the nosebleed seats, right? I don't understand why they let him go the first time. Secondly, he brought us to the big dance, right? Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
He gave us an opportunity. I think he's going to bring us back this season. I think we're going to get a chance, an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for is an opportunity.
Right. Well, a lot of people commented that he basically got us to the playoffs of getting off the couch. So with the full training camp and everything else, OTAs and everything else, maybe just maybe we might get a little bit more out of him coming up.
Right.
But hey, we got the 53-man roster, and a lot of surprising. I don't even want to say. I'm not gonna give it away. But I guess my question is, of the 53-man roster, were you surprised by any of the cuts? And there were a lot of them. Were you surprised by any of the cuts? Go ahead, Manny.
You want me to go, Ray? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Manny.
Manny.
To be honest anymore, Ray, you guys know I go to pretty much every damn game that I'm qualified to go to, and through the grace of the man upstairs that allows me to go to, I'm to the point to where this year was the first time I went to a playoff game in probably almost a decade. I mean, a preseason game in almost a decade. I donate my tickets a lot to other clubs for these preseason games. I really didn't pay attention to the roster at all because, to me, it's just like fantasy football. It was nice at the beginning, but then, I'm not into it anymore. I just want to see a good product put on the field to where we can enjoy going to these games. But anymore, I love to have a win, but it's the camaraderie and just being with the fan base and enjoying the time on the road with the fans and that's to where I'm at. Going to these games since the 70s, it's just I'm to the point to where I'm going to accept whatever's getting to me, and I'm going to allow them to take my goddamn money every first of the month.
Okay. Ray.
We're you know what though, Manny, we're overdue. I mean, I'm working on a project with Ernie Green and John Wooten on breaking barriers, and you listen to the story. And Ernie Green, as you know, is a legend. And you listen to Ernie tell the stories of when they won the last championship. I mean, bro, that was back when the Dead Sea was sick. Not that Ernie Green's that old, but I mean, we're just due. Yes. I mean, we're due, and times have changed. I mean, football's changed, relationships have changed, cultures have changed. I mean, I'll never forget when Ernie Green told me real quick, and not to go off subject, but when he told me when they won the championship and he took his family back to Georgia. And the first 2 hotels told him, you can't stay here because of the color of your skin. I'd be incarcerated. I'd be in jail. And I'm good with that, going to jail. Somebody said that. I'm okay with that. Because, I mean, could you imagine, that would never happen. We're only on the 5-yard line. We have 95 yards to go as far as our relationships and where we need to be. But back then, I mean, it wasn't, and not to get off on a whole different subject, but Ray, it wasn't until 1957, Loving versus the state of Virginia, where interracial marriage was illegal. 1957. But we're due for something big, and I don't want to curse our team, but we're due. We're due. And I think we have a lot of talent. I think the backup quarterbacks, we have a veteran that's old, but I think he's got it within him, and I think the backup, it all really goes back to the quarterback, and I think we're strong. That's all. We have a chance.
So Maddie, get us back on topic. We're talking about the 53-man roster. Were there any big surprises?
Biggest surprise, I would say, would be D-Hop. I thought that that was their guy, and I thought as soon as we got close enough with Snoop Huntley getting close enough to kick that game winner, I think D-Hop was looking on the sidelines saying, "Oh shit, there goes my job." So,
okay. Well, go ahead.
But to echo a little bit about what Manny and Mr. Simon's saying, we are due. I would say, I think the Browns organization can echo that as well, that we are 100% due. Whenever you end a long-time season ticket holder list, a waiting list, and now you have seats that are available to any person starting game day. So I think we are due. I just hit 40 years old, and I've only seen 3 winning seasons.
Okay. Well, this was my big. We went out and got Deontay Johnson, spent a little bit of cash on him, and boom, he's gone. But hey, it is what it is. But bring in that you brought up Dustin D-Hop. Do we need a moment of silence? Do we need some tissues? Everybody good, because it got to the point where every time he went out on the field, whether it was an extra point or a chip shot, I got butterflies in my stomach. And that ain't good to have a kicker that does that to you. So
not at all.
I'm kind of glad that he's gone, but is Smith is he the answer, or is he just a band-aid? I don't know. But I guess the question is, we don't have to ask you, Maddie, because you already said you kind of happy with the move. Manny, are you glad that D-Hop is gone?
I'm with you sitting there, Ray. I miss those field goal kickers where when it was time to kick for a field goal, we could just walk away. All right, I got to go use the restroom real quick. He's good
number
for
4.
It. Extra point. I ain't gonna worry about watching this. And now, these kickers that we've had lately, it's like, man, is he gonna make it? Yeah. And it always seemed to catch us at the end. It's like, damn, if he missed that damn field goal.
We lost by how many times? How many times have we lost by a field goal?
Yeah, exactly. Or that extra point we
lost. Or that extra point.
We were always chasing it.
And not that we're athletes, but how do you become a pro and miss an extra point? How's that happen?
Hey, Ray, speak for yourself. I'm somewhat athletic.
Bro, look, we all played football, but none of us kicked, I don't believe. But I guess how do you get to that level? And I know no one's perfect. I get it, and everybody every now and then, but sometimes lately it's been more often than not. That's all I'm saying.
Even when we talk to some of these alumni players and current players, that's what they say. They're like, the guy has one freaking job. That's all he has is one job.
Right.
And you're missing chip shots. You're pulling an extra point. Like, It's very frustrating. I know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But hey, he's not our problem no more, right? Hey, I got really excited. About this. Is that my phone doing that?
Yeah, you echoing.
Oh. Well, hold on. Let me make sure I ain't. So yeah, I got excited about when we signed the self-proclaimed Yak King, Malachi. That's biblical right there. Malachi. That's in the Bible.
Malachi Corley.
Malachi Corley.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, don't forget, 3rd round draft pick, and he was Aaron Rodgers' favorite pick for whatever reason. So I guess with Aaron Rodgers gone, I guess his time was up too. So now we have him. I guess the question is, with we do have a crowded wide receiver room now, but it's still somewhat unproven, other than Judy and a couple of tight ends. I mean, we've seen some flashes in the preseason, but you guys think Malachi has a real shot at cracking the lineup this year? What do you think, Matty?
Absolutely. Watching him in the past with Aaron Rodgers, I think he's got a pretty good chance at cracking the roster.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. What you think?
I'm on the same program. I absolutely agree. He did it once, bro. Why wouldn't he do it again?
Right. Manny, what you say?
He was outstanding once. What makes you think any different now?
Well, I guess the proof is in the pudding, as they used to always say. What you think, Manny?
A man downfield.
Yeah.
That man that can get downfield. That's something we have not had in a long time.
Right. But don't forget. We also picked up
Ray. You got Joe Flacco now. So you got a combination that you didn't. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't have.
Right. Hey, this is Cody. This is one of Cody's favorite players because I really didn't know a lot about him, but Cody was pulling for him early in preseason. Aiden Huntington, and I don't know if any of y'all watched the game against the Rams. But they had a play, and if they would have switched the numbers, he looked like 95. The way he bended and came around the corner, Miles is the only cat that I really see do it like that. And when I seen him do that, I was like, oh, they're gonna be in trouble. But what I didn't know is after they had the voluntary the 3-day voluntary camp or whatever it was, Miles invited Aiden to come down to Texas and train with him. And he took him up on it, and he actually stayed with him. I didn't know none of this stuff. So obviously, that workout, or whether 2 weeks, whatever it was, it obviously paid off because we're seeing dividends on the field. So I'm just saying, hey, y'all get off of Miles. Y'all say he's not a leader, but hey, that's leadership stuff. But my question to you guys is, do you think Aiden Huntington, the undrafted, now remember, undrafted free agent, you think he got a shot at cracking the lineup? Go ahead, Ray. I'm gonna let you go first.
I think he does. See, how many times have we watched players rise to the occasion, given the opportunity? How many times have you seen players play above and beyond their ability, and then just stay there? Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, more often than not. And all I'm saying is, I think I'm optimistic. So.
Hey, we are optimistic. Hey, you got to be if you're a Browns fan, right? What you think? What you think, Manny?
Yeah, I watched him and I seen him. He come out. He took that inside of that tackle. He got chipped by the guard, got pushed back 2 yards in the backfield, and made the tackle 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. That's how fast he was back. That's how fast he was back to the tackle.
Hey, he been showing out.
Yeah, when you go around the tackle, get chipped by the guard, and get pushed back 2 yards and then go back, you basically made up 5-6 yards and you make the tackle.
Right.
That's not
Right.
That's
Right.
But that, Manny, that's playing above and beyond his past ability. Does that make sense or not? Am I making sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes players given the opportunity and then the right environment and the right climate, they perform. They perform, and it's a new venue.
Right. What you think? What you think, Maddie? Big things coming for Aiden.
Absolutely. He came out kind of underrated from Tulane. He was pretty good performer there, I would say. And then overall, he's shown a lot of success for the Browns. He actually outweighed his quarterback pressures to his draft status amongst all his other peers in his position. I saw that stat field come across where even there was I think a couple first round picks that were taken way ahead of him, and I mean being undrafted, right? He's overperforming for sure.
Yeah, that was my whole thought. Is he's, in my opinion, he's over. But sometimes, man, sometimes people stay there. Sometimes they overperform and they stay at that level.
I think
Right.
of Larry Ogunjobi. I can't even say his last name right when I look at him. But hopefully he doesn't get a strong head like Larry did, and
Right.
sign for what he's should be weighted at. So we'll see. More to come, as they say.
Okay, so this new kicker, now that D-Hop is out, Andre Smith, that's the name? Yeah, Andre Smith. I just got one question. Long term, or is he just a quick fix? Go ahead, Maddie. You already shaking your head. Go on with it.
I think it's a quick fix, to be honest with you. I don't see
Wait, hold up.
Mhm.
Lou Groza Award winner. Don't forget. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
Right.
Let me just say, I think it's a quick fix. I mean, hopefully it's a diamond in the rough. I really thought, I was there, a season ticket holder when Phil Dawson was there, and he was quote unquote a diamond in the rough, right? And he definitely outperformed his draft, status, I should say. So if we can get anything close to Phil Dawson out of him, he might become like glue and be stuck to the Browns for his entire career. But we'll see.
Okay.
More to come.
Okay. Manny, what's your thoughts, Manny?
You're muted, Manny.
I said I hope we don't have to use them very often.
You hope what?
We don't have to use them.
Well, what about when we score? What about when we score touchdowns?
Yeah, I really don't know much about the kid, to be honest. Well, I shouldn't say kid, the young man. Like I said, we put up touchdown points, and then it's. I just hope we don't have to sit there with that gut feeling when it comes to a field goal.
Okay.
But it's going to happen, though.
Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead, Ray.
It's going to happen, and I'm an optimist, but I'm going to say it's a quick fix because I think it's going to be a long fix.
Good
That
answer.
makes any sense?
Good answer. Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is going to be a quick, long fix.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick. Yeah, because if I say quick fix, that means he's going to turn good, and I'll look like an idiot saying it. But I'm good with that as long as he works out and he's there and we're winning. I'm good with that. I'll take ownership.
Okay.
But I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to do good. And I one thing I disagree with. I think we're going to have a lot of games. It's going to be down to the wire. It's just the nature of the Cleveland Browns. I mean, every year there's always a handful of games that are the game could have went either way.
Right. So hey, at this time, Cody, can you play the dog chain video? We're gonna give you more of an in-depth look of what man does with his chain.
Nice.
Wow.
Good job. Good. So real quick, the big bones are the ones that he sells, but the ones that you've seen with that he gives those to all the little kids.
Yeah.
Those are all giveaways.
How many years now, Ray, has the dog pound? Is it 40 years?
This is the 40-year anniversary.
Oh.
You want to tell them about the project you're working on, or you want to keep that under wraps?
Well, no, you can. We're gonna do. I've always focused on doing paintings that tell beautiful stories about us, and when I say that, I call it docu-art. And a painting. I have a painting in the Tuskegee Museum in Alabama, and it tells a beautiful story about a civil rights movement yet to come, trailblazers who laid the ground for Rosa Parks. So we're going to do a painting that tells the story of the birth of the dog pound and how it began with, and we all remember, if you think back, we all could remember when it first began, Hanford Dixon. We all remember.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, he went dead.
I think we lost Ray.
Okay, well he'll be back. But yeah, he's doing a commemorative 40-year anniversary dog pound, and he's gonna do the painting. And once he does the painting, then the posters come out after that. So moving right along, our next segment is Word on the Street.
Am I there? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Am I back?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah. Turn your phone sideways. There you go. You're back. And he's back.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're good.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
Okay. But so we all watched the birth of the dog. We're all old enough to remember the birth of the dog pound, and I think it's endured the test of time, and it's become
Absolutely.
part of the history of the Cleveland Browns.
Absolutely. So moving along,
Hey Ray.
Yes, sir.
Going back to these dog bones, I just want to let you guys know, I started this a long time ago when I started purchasing some from other players or other guys that were selling them, and I started handing it out. But it originally started when I purchased a set of hats, and I walked into the pro shop, and I gave these two little bubblegum Cleveland Brown hats to these two young little girls that were fans. and I just seen the smile that it put on their face, and then I had to turn. I had, I felt like I needed to do something to the new young fans. So Nicole Blaha, came up with an idea that where we could start painting. I could start painting these dog bones, which were these bones, and we started selling them. But I started making these, and these are the ones that we give out to the children for free. And the disability, the men and women that serve for us, I hand these out all over, and all those, that little clip that you just seen isn't even a third or a quarter close to how many children, young pups that we have touched. So I just want to give a shout out to Nicole and Hayden, because they've been right there beside me through all this. Without Nicole, and she does all the social media, she's done all the shipping, she's done all that stuff for me. I paint them and get rid of them at the games, and I just want to let that it takes more than me, to do this, and Nicole has always been a real big part of this.
But Manny, you're a perfect example of how the dog pound has become part of the Cleveland Browns, part of their rich history, and how it's paying forward. Does that make sense? I mean, you're a perfect example of how the dog pound has become such an important part of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I mean this exactly, and I mean these bones have made the sidelines. I mean the players have worn them. I mean they've been on the sidelines in Vegas, New Orleans. I mean Philadelphia. I mean all over in these stadiums, and and it's just nice when I can see other. I mean they've been shipped to Germany, Canada. I mean we are nationwide.
Yeah,
we are dogs all over.
Worldwide, actually. Yeah, I agree with you.
And so this year we came out with the little people necklaces for the youngsters, So we got little people here, they can be put on little shiny chains. They can be put on lanyards for the kids, Ray donated the lanyards, so, and then of course we have them on white chains. It's however you want it, however you would like your dog bone.
Well, I think in the painting, we're going to do the background, and, to have you in the background with the dog bone. We're going to have a crowd in the background, and then some of the key players in the foreground. But, you're going to be a part of that. Just, I don't know if they mentioned that to you or not, but you're going to be part of that, because it's part of the history. And to us fans, to me, it's a big deal. I'm an artist.
Yeah. And see what, and we donated the proceeds that we get. Some of the proceeds that we receive from selling these dog bones go to Wood County Plays in Wood County, Ohio. And Wood County Plays is a organization that builds inclusive playgrounds for disability children. And they actually are building one this year in my hometown of Fostoria, Ohio, right where the city pool used to be. So, that's when it all pays off, when you hand that check over to an organization knowing it's going to go to a good cause.
Right. Right.
And that's where, it sucks that we lose. But when we do, that right there is a win for all of us as as Cleveland Browns fans. That is the win itself right there.
Right.
We want to win. We want that W. We want to see them playoff games. But, like you said, it's time. It's due. It's going to come.
Yeah. Well, we're due for that, but I just wanted to make a point, though.
I appreciate that.
The dog pound has become more than just a tradition. It's become beyond it. It's a working tradition. It's not just it's something that we do that's kind of cool. No, because it has benefited kids. It has become a part of the history of the Cleveland Browns. Just that go back, we all know the stories of Paul Brown and I mean, not to change and go off track, but the Browns were the first. The city of Cleveland was the first in a lot of things. Paul Brown was the first coach to hire 2 African-American players and broke the color barrier a year before Jackie Robinson, when he hired Mary Motley and Bill Willis. And when George Hallis got in Paul Brown's face, what did Paul Brown say? I never cared much about the color of a man's skin, or his ancestry. I just want to win football games. So the Browns have been Cleveland has been a first in a lot of different categories. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, hey, now that we finished the Manny Dog Pound Chain hour, maybe we can get back to talking some sports.
Well, that is sports, Ray.
That's sports, Ray.
No. Hey, first of all, Manny knows that anything that I say is coming from a place of love.
Amen, brother.
So, but hey, check this out. The Browns kept 6, count them, 6 undrafted rookies. Aiden Huntington, Gage LaVarden, Isaiah Bond, Dom Jones, Donovan McMillan. So out of all of these guys, and I'm sure Aiden is probably going to be on top of the list, but who do you guys think is going to have the breakout year? It could be all of them. It could be none of them. It could be one of them. It could be 2 of them. Go ahead, Matt. Who you rolling with?
Aiden and Bond for sure. I mean, those are 2 positions that will have some spotlight on them. One is we already have a need at wide receiver. I think he has a lot to prove when it comes to Bond. I was actually really high on him coming into the draft before all the nonsense and all the bad news about him. And then Huntington is his name's on the field. He's playing like he owns the place because he's gonna own the place.
Matt, who you talking about? I dropped out for a minute.
I'm just being funny. Aiden Huntington, his last name's Huntington.
Okay. So the question was the Browns kept 6 undrafted rookies, and the question that I asked you guys is which one of those undrafted rookies do you think is going to have a breakout season? One of them, 2 of them, none of them, all of them? And Matt was just giving his answer. He said Aiden and Bond.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
The kid from Texas.
Manny, who you rolling with? Manny?
I'm right there with Matt. That Bond character. I mean, seriously, yeah. Right. And of course, we're all going to go with Aiden itself, but because, like I said, I went to that first preseason game that I haven't gone to in a long time, and man, I was watching that kid. Oh, that young man. Oh my gosh, he was firing off the ball, and so I basically ditto what Matt was saying. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I love the state of Texas, except on this Saturday. But I think Matt had it dead on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, nobody's loving Gage. I mean, Gage been catching man. Y'all tripping. Gage has been catching everything. I know. Wait a minute. Did Cody say something to y'all? Because I know Cody ain't a big fan of Gage. Cody must have got to y'all when I wasn't listening or something. Because that's the only thing I could think of. But okay, hey, these are all opinions, so there's no right or wrong. But this will affect your pay. So wait a minute, hold on. So check this out. Now this one kind of came late, but we signed former first round draft pick, offensive lineman from the Patriots. Hey, wait a minute. I thought it was a strange signing, and then when I looked at his name is Cole Strange. Go figure. So, hey, I'm loving this guy. I'm loving everything I hear about him because the cool thing is he's had some injuries, some back-to-back seasons with injuries, nagging injuries. We don't necessarily need him right away. So the fact that he could come in, sit down, heal up, because next year, Antonio's probably not here. What's the other tackle? Tackle? He's probably not here. There's probably a couple guys that won't be here, and just the fact that he's a seasoned player, former first round pick, I'm loving him. You guys, my question to you guys is: do you think he has a chance to get on the field this year? Go ahead, Matt.
Absolutely. I would shelf him, but if he has If he has if he stays out of injury
Healthy.
trouble, he's been
Healthy.
injury plagued. I think that he has a chance to hit the field. And I think you're right. I think that we are gonna have to have some backups in line because Conklin, Teller, and Batoni are probably on their outs.
Right. Ray, what you think?
I agree. As long as he stays healthy, I think he has a shot. And again, it goes back to, I mean, not that we know behind the scenes, but I think we've seen it with a quarterback who really never worked out and trained off season. But a lot of these players, if they're able to train off season, if they're able to work their limbs, stretch their ligaments, and stay healthy, they're playing, and that's dedication.
Okay, Manny.
I said this last year that they needed to start going younger on that line because these guys weren't going to be around. I didn't think a couple weren't going to be there this year, to be honest. That's the key thing anymore with any of these players or offensive linemen is their health. Staying healthy, injury-free. I think, honestly, he is going to be on the line because I don't think our line is going to stay healthy enough all season, to be honest.
Well, I mean, look, real quick, look at the last quarterback. Deshaun Watson, right? Not to bring up bad whatever, but I personally don't think that and maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but I don't think he, the height of his desire. I don't think he trained off season. I don't think he trained as hard as he could have trained had he been hungry. Does that make sense? Am I making sense or not?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you ever hear the saying, Ray? The lion don't hunt if the lion's fed, he ain't hunting.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
And I know it's old news, but I mean, if these, just like anything, just in my profession, I'm always painting. I love painting. I love telling stories in paintings. So I'm always working.
Okay, so hey guys, let's address the elephant in the room. Once and for all, let's put this to bed. Was there a conspiracy to keep Shador on the bench or from showing off or whatever? There's been a lot of talk about it. I have my own thoughts, but I'll go last. Go ahead, Maddie. What you think?
Absolutely not. That's just smoke. I mean, you have to give him time. He already had problems with, his vision, his release. I think that he should have more reps, and I think he'll get more reps. But I think, obviously we can't put him in the practice squad because he'll get snatched up right away. But you have to give him, his time. He has to have time to grow, and I think him staying on the sideline holding a clipboard and seeing how the pros do it, both of them, Dylan as well. I think that they have a lot to learn, both those guys.
Okay, Manny, what's your thoughts?
No, not at all. They had injured quarterbacks going into this preseason, and once the injured quarterback was not injured, they had to see what they had in that injured quarterback. He played the game when Gabriel was injured. Gabriel came back, so he sat that first half. It's just they got to see what product they have on the field with these quarterbacks. We had a lot of them. You only have a short time to see what you have actually outside of practice in these games. So I think it's just process of elimination, right? That's all it is.
Okay, right.
I think he's going to do great, but maybe I'm probably wrong, but I think he's going to do great. That's just from what I've seen. I think he's going to do great.
Okay. Well, here's what I think. And usually the truth always lies somewhere in the middle. And my thing was, it wasn't so much a conspiracy not to make him fail. I think that they didn't want a quarterback controversy between those two. So do I think maybe because they didn't want a controversy that they didn't. Well, obviously, I mean, we see how it played out. He didn't get the reps that the other one got. But then again, one's drafted higher than the other, so they gave I guess in their minds, they were protecting the higher draft pick with more reps and what have you. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was a conspiracy to make him fail. I just think, especially after he showed out in that first game, I'm almost positive they didn't want to see that again in that Rams game, because then it really would have been somewhat of a controversy. But all in all, he made the team. He both of them, like y'all just alluded to, both of them will have time to sit and learn. Let's hope that Joe gets at least a good 12 to 14 games in. Well, heck, if he gets 14, he's gonna finish the season. But I'm just hoping that he has a great season, and we don't even have to look at or test any of the quarterbacks this year. But the problem with that, though, is if okay, let's just say, for the sake of argument, and this is something I just thought of, and I'll throw it out to you guys. If we don't see none of the quarterbacks this year, and the Browns have a good season with Flacco, with those two number ones next year, do we go after a quarterback, or do we stay pat with the two young guys that we didn't get to see because Flacco played the whole year? Go ahead, Matty. You shaking your head. You go and run with it.
I mean, if we see Flacco get through as many games as we hope, which is highly unlikely, out of the gate we have 6 very, very hard games. But I would say you fill your needs then with those picks, or what you do is you're going to have some quarterback hungry teams that are going to be vain for probably one of those draft picks that we have, either our Jacksonville or ours, because both of us can't be good. And as soon as that happens, you trade that pick for 2 additional picks the following year, and you definitely are going to circle Jeremiah Smith because he'll be coming out that year.
I like the way you think, Matty.
Manny, you think?
Go ahead, Ray.
Off topic. You think we got a shot for Jeremiah Smith?
Absolutely, 100%.
Really? Okay. Hey, I'm on board.
You on board? So Manny, what you think?
No, we keep them. We don't go looking. Nope. I've still always been where I think the kids or young men need to sit. I think they still need to sit. Like Matt said earlier, you got to hold the clipboard.
But my thought is, if both of them sit and learn, and we don't get to see them, and the team don't get to see them in any live action, are we going for a quarterback next year with them 2 picks, or what are we?
Nope, not at all.
That's what I'm hoping.
Not at all.
I'm hoping that we could go and get a player, some more, playmakers.
But Ray,
we definitely need some playmakers.
Ray, if we get up in a game, you don't think that they're gonna throw those guys in to play?
Oh, if we're up, yes, they'll put them in there.
I'm hoping that we get to see them, but there's always a possibility that we won't get to see them at all.
I get a feeling that I don't know. Again, I'm too optimistic. So I So speaking of the Buckeyes, we still got a running back that we haven't signed yet, Mr. Judkins. At this point, I don't know it might be because the NFL hasn't concluded with their investigation. I'm guessing the Browns might be holding off moving forward with the contract until they hear, are we going to lose it for 6 games, 4 games, 2 games, no games? So with this cloud of uncertainty swirling around our running back,
Do you think he's going to make an impact this year, Matty?
Well, absolutely, and he does have a contract already waiting for him, from what I've been told. Uh, I believe that it just doesn't fit his guaranteed money warrant, like what he's warranting. He wants to be paid like the person that was signed in front of him, and the one that was signed behind him, which is a lot of guaranteed money up front. So I think he will hit the field. I just don't know, when. And I mean, I'm excited to see what Samson will do. I think that young kid is he's pretty quick too.
Right. Well, in my opinion, Sampson and Jerkins were going to replace. They were going to be Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubbs, the
Yes,
bell
sir.
ringer and the change of pace back. To me, that's what it was looking like. But we haven't seen the bell ringer because he's still sitting out there. Manny, you think with all this uncertainty that he'll make an impact this year?
Yeah, when he gets on the field, like what Matt said, he's going to get the minimal rookie contract, and he's not liking that. But
Nope.
when you put yourself in what he put himself through, it's going to show on the paycheck account, no matter what.
Well, no, he's getting what a second round pick gets. The problem is he wants that whole contract guaranteed, and before any of his problems were announced, that's where the standstill was.
Yeah,
Browns didn't want to give it to him. That's what he wanted, and then all that stuff came out. So then the Browns, they just walked away and said, "Well, we got to see how this plays out."
that's yep.
We've kind of seen how it played out in terms of no charges being brought.
Yeah, it was dropped.
But
he's going to get that minimum contract with not getting that big signing bonus.
Well, no. He'll still get a second round draft pick contract.
Yeah, the second round pick, but he's not getting that money. That guaranteed money.
That's where we're
yes.
Ray, help us out. What you think?
I think
Is he going to make an impact?
I think he's going to make an impact. To me, the question is, what's he do? How's he going to carry himself after that? How is he going to conduct himself off the field? Are we going to look at another Menzel? Are we going to, how's he going to carry himself? I knew a lot of the players at Ohio State were Christians. I mean, they were really into, they were all Christians. They were praying on the field. They were but I think the key thing is how he performs after he does make an impact. I think I'm pretty confident he's going to make an impact.
Well, it's I don't want to say funny, but it's odd that Isaiah Bond, who basically went undrafted because he had problems, he has zero problems now. We signed him. I don't believe he's going to miss any games. So I guess for me, I was kind of hoping that he could hurry up and put this behind. But now, the NFL is taking their time, dragging their feet. And I don't blame the Browns. They're doing their due diligence and waiting it out to see. But I guess we'll see when we will see. And hey, look at that. Before you even looked up, our 1 hour is already up and gone.
Wow.
Can y'all believe we've been on here an hour? I can't believe it.
Wow.
But hey, it's always been fun. It's always been great. I got to have you guys back again. This is a lot of fun.
Get on the boat.
Hey, I'm there. But hey, real talk though, we gotta help Ray with the I know the one thing to do dog pound scene. So we're gonna have to help Ray with the players, with the fans that we put in that dog pound scene.
Ray, let's send it to those guys because everybody's input is important. It just ain't my vision. It's Brown.
Right.
fans' vision. So once we start doing these layouts, before we paint it, let's send it around. Let's have you guys look at it, because the only way you're gonna hurt my feelings is if you run over my dog. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody's input's important. That's all, because it's just not my vision. It's the Cleveland. It's the fans' vision. That's all. And I just want to, you want to capture the spirit of the dog pound.
Right. Okay. So, hey, you guys heard it first.
And I'd like, hey Ray, I want to do something. I think we should do something with Manny with the dog bones with the
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And hey, and you see he just the way you seen him in those videos, he's at home and away games like that doing that.
I know.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I'm in the basement painting, guys, so I apologize. I mean, I do. I go down and paint. 24. I paint every day, Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, good. You're going to be my new painter for my damn bones.
You know what? Don't laugh, Manny. Those things they may sell. Look, they started painting on tennis shoes, right?
Yeah.
So
right. Well, hey guys, again, thank you so much. Great show.
Ray.
And as always, go Browns!
Go Browns.